Good evening and welcome to my channel from the outrageously cheesy but fun city of Las Vegas, where today we will be flying on a private jet, in quotes, to San Diego in California on board this Embraer 135 with JSX. This swanky kind of private jet does this 1 hour service in apparent luxury across Nevada to California. JSX is a small company with this elite jet service which has some very good travel perks which are somewhat better than scheduled airlines. Flight time today from Las Vegas to San Diego is about 50 minutes. We leave from this warehouse type terminal which is dedicated to JSX, which of course stands for JSX. There is a valet parking service here for those who want to park the car though, and Uber is also available from the city and is also very easy. An unassuming non-luxury entrance is at this terminal, also where the valet parking is stationed. Just inside is an equally less luxury looking check-in area, kind of all very basic looking and no thrills. I thought there may be some design concept, however, no. Apart from this really nice red wall barriers which are positioned over the warehouse terminal building. Once inside the service, it's fast, no lines and no TSA to deal with, and this is definitely the best travel perk of this service. There are 3 check-in desks here and the staff are very friendly again, a little on the basic side with no luxury things like fresh flowers or red carpets. Inside the waiting area there are lots of IKEA type tables and chairs and additional lounge seating, and also a coffee machine is available. It has the feel though as it was designed with some concept though it was never completed. This is a boarding pass, basically a receipt looking thing which you can stuff into your pocket. A little on the grocery store side here. Again, no fancy thrill designs, nothing remarkable to say wow to. This was equally disappointing, a storage area for cardboard boxes right in the passenger pathway to the planes. This jet was next to the cardboard box area, once again non-luxury, no detail into the passenger experience here, which I think is a little shocking. So I am just waiting to get on this plane and go home at this point. I am kind of very underwhelmed by the whole experience, so I wait for a hopefully on-time departure to get out of here. Finally, time to walk to the jet, which will be taking us to San Diego Airport. A route now they no longer have, it is to Carlsbad Airport instead. These are very nice looking jets and you can tell they do look after them very well. We board the plane and here inside the cabin is a 2-1 layout with economy style seating, a total of 30 spacious seats to relax and enjoy the journey. The grey interior seems also a little on the basic side, no thrills with this cabin. The seats have a great legroom space and recline function that's on par with economy in the bigger jets. The plane was 3/4 full today for this flight and walking to the jet seems the normal thing to do, and actually it is quite enjoyable. I like the square kind of window panels in the plane, and the tables also had a wood accent, which you will see in a minute. Leg space is very good here, as you can see my legs are quite stretched out, though I do have my bag under the seat in front of me. Here is the fake wood table accent, a little bit on the same as Emirates with their fake wood interior. Safety is taken as being very important, and there is a very good constant reminder to keep your belts fastened. Here is a very good view of the cabin interior. It is quite comfortable despite the economy style seating. Cabin crew is only 1 flight attendant and hopefully 2 pilots in the cockpit today to fly us over to San Diego. This Embraer 135 is a very informative safety card which is easy to understand and navigate its contents. The emergency exits are clearly described and door function as well, so there is definitely a very appropriate safety aspect for this airline. I thought this was cute, an in-flight menu with their drink and food options, which were of course a little limited because of the duration of the flight. There were some hot and cold drinks, including an alcoholic beverages and some snacks for eating on the journey. Not sure why they do on a longer flight, maybe the same service, which depending on length would not be comparable to an airline in first class catering. Pushback was on time and it was beautiful, sunny and clear on this trip to San Diego. As the runway is just there by the warehouse style terminal, the taxi was relatively short. Interesting to see the strip outside the plane on the left along with some small private executive jets, as this is shared with the executive part of Harry Reid Airport, which is very close to the strip. These planes are kind of cool. A Boeing 747 is there and a large executive jet there with the striped tail. This is the Area 51 plane known as Janet Airlines to apparently transport employees to the Area 51 site. There are 2 Janet Airline planes parked here today. So the rest of the takeoff is rather unassuming, with lots of industrial warehouse buildings on the side of the runway. And some great views of the hotels on this strip. It also looks like the space is shared with helicopters for the air tour services of the city. Harry Reid, apart though not super busy with international flights, is very active with the executive flights and domestic regional destinations. To the left you can see the latest attraction, which is the Sphere. Now time to take off and see the Mojave Desert views that this journey has to offer. Takeoff was short, complete, and now I look forward to the short flight or whatever cabin service can be done in 50 minutes. Great views of the residential areas in Las Vegas, as this city is certainly growing and sprawling out in all directions. Everything looking so small and minute from the air, and we are now leaving the vicinity of the city and heading across the desert areas. After takeoff, we climbed to about 2,000 feet for this flight and then 20,000 feet as soon as we will be descending again into San Diego, so the plane can't go that high. Trying out the fake wood table, it was easy to use and a good size. The table is an economy size table to go with the economy style seat in this jet. I felt partial to a cocktail in a can and a nice cranberry cookie or biscuit that they had on offer from the snack delicacies. After munching on the snacks, another look out the window, which shows the Mojave Desert in all its glory. There was this big lake, which I do not know the name of, and I noticed that there doesn't seem to be any housing or resort attached to the side of the lake, so maybe not an important touristy one. Another view here shows the lake from a different angle. There are no boats on the lake. This mountainous region shows a more fertile landscape, which probably suggests we are nearing less desert areas now and to where people would be. And yes, not far from that would be the city of San Diego. It's always great to land at this airport, some great city and ocean views to be had. Wonderful city views. I used to live down there during COVID in one of those high-rises. Coming into land now and not far from the marina area. A very smooth short flight today in this very sleek Embraer jet operated by JSX. Getting off the plane was an easy process, and to head to the San Diego version of JSX Terminal. I thought this one was a little better looking than the Las Vegas one, though it is very small. So I am a fee-paying passenger and of course entitled to my opinion, so I will give it. This service was quite good, it was fast and smooth, and none of the security hassles of a major airport and airline experience, so that was great. However, it is not a private jet. You are not the only person on this jet. It is shared with 29 others, probably strangers potentially, so it's a smaller plane. Experience with no thrills, but certainly fast. However, with no TSA, there was no x-ray of the luggage, so isn't that a security issue? I'm not sure. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please hit subscribe and like to see more of my flight reviews. Thank you. Bye-bye.